Hi guys, welcome back to Creation Lab Soapery channel. Today we're going to be making our third soap in our Christmas series. We're going to be making what we call a snow scene, at least what we think of. I guess the inspiration would be kind of, if you were to compare with Christmas to Thomas Kinkade Christmas pictures. We're going to be doing a tree in bed inside our soap, which will look like this. On the outside, when we cut it, we're going to have a little deer. I'm not going to pick them up and show you because they're really fragile. That will be on the outside. We're going to kind of create a kind of a hill scene. I don't know if I can do mountain peaks because they're so, I don't think we're going to work our soap to get so that it gets that stiff, but mountain peaks. And then when we're thinking of a snowstorm, we think of white and blue swirlies, and so we're going to be doing something along those lines too. And my assistant Melanie, or my co-partner, she just showed these, and so these will be going on there. And then we're gonna put little dots on the deer because she won't ask that. Before we started recording, we were laughing because our gloves, they are squeaky today. I don't know what it is, but today they're doing that. So that's, like, if you hear that sound, that's what it is. Did you hear hers going? I don't know, but you know, sometimes you gotta have fun with the little stuff. So for the bottom, this business is no longer in business, but it's from Soapbox Micas. We're gonna do volcano ash for kind of like the hill mountains. Then we're gonna do titanium dioxide for the white. And then I chose this cornflower blue as the blue, and it's got like crystals in it. And so we're going to be doing that one too. And we're going to be using, will you get that one glitter? Is that the blue one? Yeah. So Crafter's Choice Twinkle Blue glitter, which is eco-friendly. And so we put it into that so that it can spray better. This is one I commonly use, like for when I'm using white glitter or just something to give a little sparkle. It's got that blue hue, but it's just extra sparkly, and we love that one. It's kind of also when we do think of fairies and stuff, that is. We've put vanilla stabilizer in it. I'm not too sure if this one does, but we're just becoming a habit. We're just putting it in there. And then we did sodium lactate to harden it. And then we are using Festival of Lights, the Crafter's Choice. It's an essential oil fragrance oil blend. It compares to a Yankee Candle dupe, a Festival of Lights. So for those of you guys that know or like that scent, that's what it is. So we'll start in here with mixing our lye solution into our oils. And we're going to have a little extra to do some samples. It's just, like I mentioned on a previous video, I'm doing a smaller batch, but I'm still doing a little extra than I know that I'll need, just because you never know how much you'll need or won't need when you're putting in a big in-bed like the column mold of the trees. So then we'll just have a little extras. We'll be testers for us, testers for family and friends. So we can also test how it is and less essential. This blend of oil smells really good, so we also like to have that too. All right, so I'll start with mixing this. All right, so I mix that one pretty good. I am going to do where I give it a chance for the bottom. I'm going to do it separate than the top so that it stays a little bit more fluidy. I didn't mix it as lightly as I usually do because I want it to have some stuff. What do you think? Should we do, let's do a little less because this is just going to go in between the trees. So we'll see how that is. And I'll set this aside and we'll work with just that. And then we're going to do a little bit of this and see how it goes. First time using this one. We were going around with browns and different things, and we thought maybe a light gray would be good. And so you guys can see what that looks like up close. It's kind of like a silver gray, and so we'll see how that looks. I'm going for light, but we'll see how it looks, and then if we need to add more, we will. And then I will do the fragrance oil into this one, and that should be good for that. And then we'll do the mixing of this. Alright, and I'm going to mix this up a little bit more than I normally do, again, because I want it to be a little thicker so that I can kind of play with it with the spoon. So we'll see how that works. Oils that are really good for you and it just stays fluidy, but either way we'll make it work. All right, so then I'm gonna go and start by, let's get this one out of the way, move this over, and then we'll put this right here so you guys can see it. So I'm just gonna start by just pouring this whole thing in here. Then I think I need to give it a little bit, even though I swirled it, a little bit of chance to start hardening up. And while we're waiting for that to see if we can get it to, and if not, we'll still work with it, I am gonna ask my co-partner Melanie if she wanted to go over and off of our thing and grab a couple of our soaps that we made yesterday, and we'll give you a show on that. We actually put the tops on our Facebook page, but we haven't put the ones. Do you want to grab one in the middle of that one? Perfect, yeah. And then, so this one is our snowflake soap. And I'll let you, because your hands don't got the oils on it.
Yeah, this one is our snowflake soap. It has that beautiful kind of swirl in it. It has like the lightish gray brown, dark blue, and then a very vibrant light blue.
Show the top of it.
And that is very sparkly. I think this is the same glitter we used today?
No, it's different glitter.
Yeah. And it has the snowflake in bed that has actual sparkle inside. And it smells really good.
And then we have our snowman soap. And then that one looks like this. So it's a red and gold and the top on that. I think these are going to be fun soaps for winter time, and that we'll see. So I'm going to see. It's still really liquidy, but we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to go and start putting in my tree embeds into my soap. I'll start with putting this one in. Put it right here. And with this one, I kind of feel like I'm going to try and move it to one side a little bit more. And I'm okay with it going all the way to the bottom, pretty much. There'll be a thin layer. I'm going to try and see if I can push this up a little bit. So let's see what we can do to play with this one. Maybe we can make it a little high on this side versus that. It's just because it's so fluidy. I don't want to make too long of a video. This one here is going to work on learning some editing techniques.
If my fiance will show me.
Either way, we'll learn. We just got to get some time on Skillshare. Right now, our family's we're at our very busy peak. We got, she started a new job working with kids with disabilities, and she's been doing that and doing the training and stuff like that inside the schools in a really good program. And then we have, she just recently got engaged.
Yep.
So we've been starting to look at some of the wedding stuff. We have birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays around the holidays, starting from October going on. I'm going to grab one of these here. Do you see if you can pull that for me? And then we've got just multiple things going on, and things that we do. We do this event here where we live called the Festival of Trees, where you do a tree and you decorate it, and then it sells, and whatever that the auctions go for, that is what gets donated to charity in that. And we do one of those in my son's name once in a while. If we have the extra money, and that we do my son and my husband, because they've both passed away at different times, but we just want to do something to honor them. So what do you think, Melanie? Should we try and see if we do a swoop a little bit over this way?
Yeah, do a swoop.
So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but just trying to make it look like there's a little hill around there. If it ends up not working so well, then that's okay.
Oh, I think it'll work.
And then I'll do a little scrape out of the little indent here. Put that over here. Overall, the soap, it will pretty much be what I'm kind of thinking of. All right, so then I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna grab this, and we are gonna, let's mix the fragrance oil in here and then do this. Let's try and think a little smart. Okay, and then I will mix this up. That way it's equal amounts in both of it. Okay, and then if you can give me the spatula, I'd say grab it from you, be totally rude, you know how it goes. Get out of my way, girl.
Oh my gosh, brother.
Now I'm the weird one today, huh?
Yep. You were laughing at me because I wanted to roll around like glitter.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that's funny. Alright, we got a little bit of gray that's in that. Because this is going to be a low amount, let me see what we'll do. I'm just thinking how we're doing this real quick. And then this, we'll do more white and less blue. I'll take this thing here and scrape out. And then, so will you take our blue, which you know we got some, that in, put about 1 scoop in it. We don't want it to be too terribly dark. It doesn't even have to be a heaping scoop.
Oh, pretty.
It's got the glitters. Can you smell? I think this one has, I'm not 100% sure, but it either has clove or cinnamon in it. I can smell something kind of spicy in it. What do you think it is? Clove or cinnamon?
I smell cinnamon more than clover.
Like those pine cones a little bit. But it's got a lot of other, it's not like so strong. Like, my opinion, some of the soaps like the Witch's Brew and that are really strong and that. So, I don't necessarily like those ones. A lot of people do though. To each their own. I've mentioned multiple times before that I am a floral girl.
Yep.
Alright, so this one here, we're going to put TD in it. And that's just the water TD. Maybe my ball is getting, we'll see how that goes. Alright, and start with the white. Makes more sense, don't it?
Yes. Before you go blue, yeah.
And then we'll move the blue to the side. I think we're going to need a lot more than that. You hold our squirt. I'd appreciate that. A little bit more.
It was kind of...
I know, and I shook it up before, but I think maybe time for a new TD bottle.
Looks like milk.
I mean, it doesn't have to be white, but I think that...
Do you want a little bit more?
I think that should be good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Trying to mix that in really thoroughly. And then we'll go to the blue. And that white might even lighten it a little bit, which is okay. Oh, I actually like that blue. It's a very faint blue. We're wanting it not to be as blue as much as to kind of resemble of like what you would think of a winter storm. Okay. And we'll set this aside. And we're just going to pour them both back into here. There's a little bit on the sides, but that's still okay. We'll go ahead and pour that one in. Put that side and I'll take that white and scrape that. Try and get the most out of it. Here we go. And then I'm just gonna do a little quick little swirl inside there. Okay. And then I'm gonna try and pour towards you, and that'll probably help a little bit more.
Got it?
Yes. And so you can see those blend of colors. Now there's snowy treetops.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
With that faint bit of blue in there, but I wanted it to be more white. I think blue maybe resembles freezing.
Yes. I think of freezing cold because I like blue when it's winter.
And I actually am just gonna, I think, tap down this a little. I like the swirls on top, so I think I'm not gonna mess with them at all. And we're just gonna keep it like that. And then we are gonna do the spraying of this on. There we go. Take it sideways. You see all that glitter flying? We like our glitter, what can I say?
Oh, that is beautiful.
All right. Got a mess going on here, but as you guys can see, I don't want to tilt it too much because it's still runny, but it's got that pretty sheen. And then we're gonna spray it with, I'm gonna wipe this right here. 99, let's put a little bit because I kind of uncovered the glitter. 99% rubbing alcohol. Go ahead, Miss Mel. And then that will be done in about 24 to 48 hours. We'll do our cut, and then we'll let it set another 24 hours, and we'll put some details like dots onto the deer, and we'll put the deer on there, and it'll be ready to go. And so this is our, I guess this is not exactly a Christmas, it's like a winter soap, but it's in our Christmas series. So this is our third one. Thank you for watching. These will be into the store in mid-November. All the details of where to get them, as well as our Facebook page, and that will be in the description box below. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment anything that you'd like, good or bad. We'd like to hear from you. Have a nice day, and we'll talk to you later.